Hello guys, this is Dan with Arcade Funkade. Today we're going to be showing you guys the differences between theirs and ours. We have these control panels here, and we're going to be showing you guys a little bit of what we kind of did and what's been happening, I guess, with the evolution of the cocktail table in arcades. So on this side here, we have a cocktail table that's it's actually an Ultracade, and we show the control panel fully built, fully assembled. And on this side, we're going to be showing you guys the raw form of the control panel. Again, it's all metal. And the process that we kind of go through to build these joysticks and have them made pretty much. So what we start out with is ordering our control panels. We have the holes punched out of these guys, and these guys are machine bent. So they are perfect in every freaking way you could possibly imagine. So these are constantly being built the same way, so that's pretty awesome. They're heavy duty. They're made out of 20 gauge steel, so they're really heavy duty. They're not going to dent. They're not going to have any kind of you can't really even flex this thing. They're super heavy duty, super hard. The other difference that you're going to see to the competitors and some of the other machines that we've been seeing that have been coming in that we've been repairing. We've been talking so much about them with our customers, about how some of these guys are China made, China grade. It's kind of crazy to say it, but it's what it is. We have these heavy duty steel panels, and again, I think we went over this on another video, to where we have an angled finish on our control panels because of the fact, kind of helps out with the ergonomic feel, the way your hand sits on there, and it also helps for spills. So if you have any water spilling off the edges and they drip down, they don't seep back into the machine where all your components are, which is a really bad idea. You know how that works. So we're going to show you the difference between this fella and this fella. And again, we're just pretty much just focusing on the metal that's used on the controllers. When we first took this off, I thought it looked like a plastic. It seems so really thin and easy to bend. The graphics were kind of questionable. I started noticing that there was actually a wrapping around this piece of tin. So I'm like, oh, dude. So it's literally tin, like galvanized steel is pretty much what it is, and it's tin kind of idea. And I just wanted to show you guys that with 2 fingers, you could literally bend this guy all the way up. Crap, that sucked. Well, anyway, yeah, this thing, you could literally bend it up to itself. I mean, it's really, really easy to bend. The joysticks, when you're playing, they actually sink in. So these guys literally bend. You can see the frailness of this thing. It literally just bends at the edges. So it doesn't really set up. Doesn't really look good on a machine or really work good. It'll be too soft, and you'd be kind of dipping in there with every movement. So it's kind of nuts. And not only that, but you have some flexing going on as you're going along. I mean, it literally flexes. With our stuff here, you could even if we tried pushing it down, you'd have a hard time flexing this guy. So it's one of those deals that's super heavy duty, and again, it's we did a little flex test there. I'm going to show you guys what the durability and what we can do with these guys. So control panels. What's nice about these guys are one of the things that I've been noticing with a lot of customers. They have chairs. So I'm gonna walk around here and grab a chair. They have these chairs. Whether they use stools or they use these swing around chairs. What ends up happening is that they're let's say someone, and this has happened. This is why we're kind of mentioning this. People are playing. They get up and they swing their chair around and they hit the control panel. If you have a lesser control panel, you'll be having dents, dings, and sometimes the graphics aren't scratch resistant, so they could get gouged. This stuff you could actually take a key to and kind of have at it and not mess anything up. In fact, we have a hard time cutting the darn thing. So it's scratch resistant CPO, so it's kind of CPO graphics, so it's freaking rad. It's really heavy duty. If you guys remember the stuff back in the old days, people would have like cigarette burns and stuff up top from some of the older Defender, Joust arcades, Donkey Kong arcades. I think we have a couple over here. I'm going to see if we have any burn marks. I believe we do. Check that out. We have some burn marks here, so that's what I'm talking about. We have a plexiglass over this thing, though, or they had it. This guy's a real CPO control panel, so you can see this guy was made in 1980, and it has a couple nicks here and there from just people just pulling stuff off. Actually, I have a whole button or a carriage bolt missing there, but you can see the durability of the graphic. It's super resistant. Again, this thing's been, what, 38, 39 years old, and it's still looking pretty darn decent, you know, for its age and for its gameplay. You can see this thing's been heavily used with all the wear and tear. So just to kind of give you an idea, the reason why I'm showing you this is because this is the same material that we use, if not better now, than the Pac-Man are using there. So we use the same wrapping on our control panels that was used on the original Pac-Mans, Street Fighters, the Mortal Kombats, all that stuff. In fact, Mortal Kombat has a different style. It has a 3-layer graphic system. But what we do when we recreate our systems is that we have our graphic guys that make a 5-layer textured CPO finish. So our control panel overlays are completely scratch-proof, waterproof, knife-proof. It feels like when we're cutting the holes out, we have a hard time. We have a hard time piercing a screwdriver through these things at times. We've done some tests, so it's crazy. And so that's kind of the difference between our control panels and the competitors. The other thing is the joysticks and buttons. That's another thing we'll get into at another time. But definitely the wiring. Some of the stuff that we've seen, I mean, just pulling the wiring off. I mean, some of the stuff just fell apart. But yeah, you're definitely getting with China-made, China-grade stuff. There's a lot of competition out there that's just doing some stuff. We just can't believe. And again, this control panel and that top we showed in another video here, came off of the same machine. So we have this guy. You can see the ripple effect up top. We have the vinyl kind of just squishing along. Somebody dropped a soda or something, didn't clean it up. It got underneath the glass, or underneath the plexiglass. And that's another thing, the plexiglass. A lot of competitors are using plexiglass, not tempered glass, or even plate glass. They're using all kinds of stuff. So yeah, there's a lot of questionable things that a lot of companies are doing. We have a warehouse. We have arcades coming in from all over the place. It's kind of been like a small epidemic. We have arcades that we repair on a daily basis. Literally, we have to go to our other shop and show you guys a video of that. But we're literally working on multi-cades and all kinds of things that are coming in that are either on fire, that have been on fire, have internal overheat issues, game boards that have become so brittle that they just break. And I don't know if we have any of that stuff here, but we definitely have to make another video of that. But yeah, there's so much going on that we don't even know. We can't even keep up with it sometimes, and it's literally crazy. I do show you guys this monitor over here, and this is a CRT monitor, which is fairly brand new actually. You can tell how new it is by how little amount of dust there is on the actual board. You can see how shiny some of these capacitors are. They're usually dusty as hell. So with this guy, what ended up happening, and this is one of the reasons why we don't use CRT monitors as well. So this is kind of cool to show you guys in this video as well, the quality of these things. These guys are not your regular Wells Gardner. These guys are your Japanese-made, God knows where the heck they came from. They try to get China-made, China-grade kind of idea. Lady said that and just kind of stuck with us, so that was kind of cool. These guys here, this was attached to the back of the monitor here. And it broke away. It was supposed to be there, and the game board obviously had its own little chassis. So that thing literally broke off just from somebody dropping the machine too hard or something, and it just popped off the back. And it's something that's completely not repairable. The glass broke, and there's only a handful of people in Japan, China, that can actually make these monitors. So it's crazy that they're becoming more and more difficult to acquire. So just to kind of show you some of the stuff that we have to go through, I do have a couple things I'm going to show you here. At the back end of the shop here, we have the other control panel and joystick. We have some more wiring you can see. So some of this stuff was built. It was a little questionable, but they did their best. You know how that works. I'm going to show you guys, I guess, some of the other control panels that we have. We have some heavy duty control panels here. These are for the Ultracade. We have some guys here for like the Marvel vs. Capcom, the bigger guys, and then we have a handful of Ultracade style control panel side by sides here, and we have a ton of stuff everywhere. There's just things. My gosh, there's just things everywhere. But yeah, I'm just glad you guys got to see a little bit of that, kind of get an idea of what the competitors are selling, and sometimes you're getting things that you didn't want. A lot of customers call us up that are local or just even out of state guys, you know, from all over the country, really. Call us up and ask us if we could help them with repairs or parts, or if we could rebuild stuff. So what we ended up doing with this guy's machine, rather than try to completely customize it or sell him a new machine, we just went ahead and took the measurements off this machine, this control panel, and remade a new control panel and put a new graphic on there and made it nice. So hopefully you guys like it, and let me know what you guys think. Feel free to ask any questions. You can give us a call, and again, check out our website at arcadefuncade.net, or you can give us a call directly if you'd like to order a machine or ask any questions. Let us know. Number is going to be 402-641-4482. And again, this is Dan with Arcade Funkade. Talk to you later. Have a great day, guys. Game on.